look so gorgeous, Auntie.
Thank you. I hope my date feels the same. Am I not forgetting something?
Yes, obviously. Flora Mini.
Thank you. Can I use the washroom, please?
Sure. Flora disposable handkerchief.
You obviously are using floral tissues, my dear, because the floral tissues, they are soft and easy on the skin and they leave no particles.
Hope you had a good time.
I had fun. Thank you for dinner. Are you okay? Do you want to use the washroom?
Hey, broke uncle. I'll tell Auntie.
Fat Jimmy. I just love how it feels.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
Guys, to repair this broken pen from our studios here at MX24, of course, we need a cold, chilled glass of cocktail from Nag's Cocktail Bar, as usual, you know, as we dissect this bothersome issue. But anyways, Nag says, embrace that enchanted spectacle that will leave memories worth repeating with your guests. What's your vibe? No matter your take to or vibe to life, we've got you covered. Your best plug for all your local and cocktail bar treats. Call them on 0540-101-370, 0540-101-370, or you can go on all their social media handles, Zikopai on Instagram and TikTok. Let me remind you again that this is an interactive show, so you can reach out to us via our social media platforms at MX24GA. Don't forget the hashtag Broken Pen, or you can send us your comments, your opinions, your reactions via the WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. And now to today's story.
Dear MX24, background asked for us to meet up. It was a request he had been worrying me with for almost a year. I had always given excuses because I knew I knew it was not advisable because we were still intimately connected and I did not want to take chances. He was very good to me throughout the period we dated, and I couldn't blame him for us not being together. That particular Wednesday, after I went to town to get some few things, I decided to accept his request and see him briefly in his office before heading home. I knew the office was the best place to go as he shared office space with a couple of mates, and I would be safe. I remember getting to his office and the secretary walking me upstairs to meet him. That is when I got to know he had really climbed the career ladder quickly and was now a line manager with an office to himself. When I walked in there, he was still the same adorable man I broke up with 2 years ago, with his wild smile, and his signature perfume. We began to talk, and I could feel the pain in his voice. I didn't know he still hadn't moved on after he said he was still not dating. This guy just broke down and started shedding tears. He kept murmuring I was the only one he loved. I was really getting uncomfortable as I could not stand the tears from his eyes. I was also all teary and asked him to let me leave, which he agreed. He also stood up from his desk and opened up his arms to gesture a hug. Initially, I rejected in my head, but I didn't think I could add up to his pain with the rejection. So I moved closer and leaned in for the hug. That right there was my mistake. We hugged for about some 15 minutes and he played a trick on me. He knows one thing that always shuts me up. He kissed my neck so passionately, and that rocked me off my feet. I never got an antidote to that touch. He, at the same time, held my boobs. I wanted to push him away, but then again, I realized I could not master the courage and my body was trembling. Slowly, he walked me to the door and locked it. I didn't see how all of this happened, but in some seconds, he was inside me on his desk. I wept throughout the act with a feeling I cannot explain. This was all over in some 3 minutes. I could not forgive myself as I drove back home. Initially, I wanted to run away and go somewhere. I felt like I had committed a crime. Well, I endured the most challenging 2 days in my life. Or so I thought, as I had to fake happiness even when this act kept playing back on my mind. Well, some way, somehow, what I feared the most happened. I was pregnant 1 month into my marriage, but I was almost certain it was not from the right person. I didn't mention it to my husband. I initially almost thought of suicide, but I resorted to a very cruel way out. I took a drug and missed the pregnancy. Only heaven knows how I endured the misery for those days and what went through my head. I lost weight, but blamed it on a church fasting program we were having. Well, I managed to recover from that. I blocked my ex and ensured we never cross roads. But here I am, married for 5 years and still looking for my first baby. It's been from one hospital to the other, one insemination to another, all failing. One night, from my numerous visits to churches, I had a prophetic word that I needed to confess something to my husband and then pray for forgiveness to allow my womb open up. Interestingly, I went to another church and the man of God said something similar around confessions I need to make to my partner. I am struggling with everything. I can't sleep. How can I say that the hundreds of thousands we have spent in looking for a baby is all because of me? My husband may not forgive me. What do I do? How do I fix this? Please, help me.
Well, today's Broken Pen story is crazy. But before we get into that, I want to ask all of you. Isaac, you want success, right? You want to be successful.
Yes.
That's it, Ray. You want to be successful, right?
I'm successful. I want to be more successful.
You want to be more successful.
Yeah.
And of course, Pearl, you want your business to bloom and be successful, right?
Yeah.
Now, success. Everybody wants it. Everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet you it would definitely get tough, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need someone to be there for you, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will kickstart your day. Whether you're working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So no matter where you are at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment. And now, we get into the discussions. I don't like the way Zico is already enthusiastic. What's going on? Zico, calm down.
Hi,
don't be too enthusiastic.
Hello, good evening.
Don't hello me. Take your hello.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm your favorite person.
Oh, please. Let me start with JKD.
Why are you starting with me?
Because the question on top of my mind.
Ladies first.
The question on top of my mind is for a married person.
But she's married too.
So I should go to her first.
Yeah, go to her first.
But I want to go with you. Because they say it's men that hold secrets in marriages.
Men?
Yeah. That's interesting. You see the reaction? But let me ask you.
Maybe before.
But not now.
Not now. These days, I mean, come to think of it, you see all these DNA tests flying left, right, center. So that should tell you that it's not.
So do you think marriages can survive secrets and infidelity now?
For me, no.
Okay. Why?
Because, I mean, you see, we're human beings, all right? And in as much as someone will come back and say whatever they have to say, you know, secret-wise, okay, this is what I did and everything, it would take some time. It would really take some time. I mean, if you really have, and psychologically, even if you come back and you say, oh, this is what I did, and maybe I'm there and I'm quiet, all of a sudden, you start thinking, what is this guy thinking? What is she also thinking? Is she going to poison my food? What is happening? All these things will come into play. There'll definitely be a time where everyone goes silent.
Yeah.
And we're now thinking of how to even mend this. You get it?
Yeah.
And the slightest thing that you do, as soon as you do something, you're referred back to what you already did.
Yeah.
You get it? So it really takes, I'll say it takes grace.
The special grace.
Yes, it would take grace for it to be mended, for me, personally. That's what I'll say.
Pearl, can marriages survive secrets?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Because from what he was saying, I don't know the kind of marriage he's looking at or thinking about or something. But I know someone is going to play the devil's advocate.
Yes.
I'm here to play the God's advocate, if that's a thing. As a believer, if they are believers and they enter into marriage, they have to be forgiving. They should have that forgiveness seed or attitude or nature inside of them. I mean, as a believer, you know that you've done horrible things, but God still forgives you.
Yeah.
So if you take that same attitude into marriage, first of all, marriage is a heavenly institution. It's not it's not going to play well if you go by the worldly perception or anything. So if it's going in the heavenly institution way, it should be easy for forgiveness. It shouldn't be something that's going to be... It can be hard as human beings.
Yeah.
But that seed is in you. You would be able to still forgive regardless.
And let me take this from Isaac. I'm going to stray away from marriages and delve into relationships, because the belief is that from relationships we enter into marriages. Do you think a relationship can survive secrets and possibly infidelity?
No, it can't.
Why do you say so?
Well, depends on the secrets. So there are some secrets that you can't really keep. You know, everyone has secrets.
Yes.
They thought we are honest 100% with each other, but there's
still one or two things.
Yes, you can't actually talk about, because it's been with you for a very long time before that person. So, well, I always say, come clean for a better future. Always.
So no matter what, you're going to come clean.
Always.
Would you come clean before she finds out or after she finds out?
Before she finds out.
Before she finds out.
Yes, because when she finds out, I won't be able to handle the issue.
Okay. Now, I'm coming back to you, Kojo. What do you think compel some married women to crave their exes? I mean, look, this story is not our very first example. Sometimes we're on social media, especially on Twitter, and then you see people boldly write on there that, my husband is not taking care of me like the way my ex did. What do you think that is about?
You see, this is what I was trying. That's why it comes back to the very first question you even asked, because you know, it's easy. It will be easier.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just had to put it. I'm sorry.
I really don't know what will make someone go back to their exes. But you know, that's why when you get into let me just take me for example.
Yes.
Personally. All right.
Beautiful.
Let me just go there. I like to be very practical.
Let's go there, boss.
Good. Now, with the nature of my job, all right, and I'm exposed to a lot of people. In fact, way before I got married even, you could say that 80% of my friends were females.
Because of the kind of job that you do.
Yeah.
I get you.
No. 80% of my friends, females.
I get you.
You get it?
Yeah.
And one would say, oh, okay, so you're always around females.
Yeah.
You get. I even grew up with a lot of females.
Okay.
Do you get it? Aha. So it's just natural for me to, you know, have that company. Okay? Fair enough. Now, before I got married, about 2 or 3 years before I got married, I started cutting off all these friendships.
Beautiful.
And that's the honest truth. Like cutting off.
Jay, let me interrupt you there. Do you still speak to any of your exes?
No.
When you were in a relationship with your wife, at the time that you got it into...
Why? What's your My friend, why? Let me drink. Relax.
Zico.
I'm taking your drink. Are you okay?
Please.
Drink, make we talk.
Please.
Drink, make we talk.
Jay,
Chairman, what?
No, wait.
Yes.
You see, your question was my exes.
Yes.
And I said no.
At least one ex there you don't talk to her.
No. He
At
said
least
no.
Chairman, I beg you.
At least one.
I beg you.
He
I
said
said
no.
exes.
Exes.
But you don't get ex, you can be
No,
party's head.
exes.
Thank you.
Ex everybody go be
But
confined.
Oh.
Chairman,
I don't like this guy interrupting me.
Why not interrupting?
I don't like him interrupting me.
Chairman.
Please, let's come
I don't
down.
like him
We don't
interrupting
have
me.
a lot of
Yeah, you said
and
exes.
exes.
Yes. Good.
When you were in a relationship with your wife at the time that you guys were not like officially
Yeah.
married, but you were in the relationship,
Yeah. Yes.
did you keep any sort of communication or meetups with any of your exes?
Of course. I wasn't married to her.
Okay.
I wasn't married.
So you were okay with
I wasn't married to her. I wasn't married to her.
Chairman.
And for me, I mean, even if you say, sister, Oka exes, grandpa, I mean, no issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Because me as a mini ex.
I mean me. Your body counts no plenty like that.
Baby.
Thank you.
Meet me as a mini ex.
Yeah.
Ex be a ace.
You get me?
That's nice.
Because it came in from me, grandpa. I had to even bring my story. It came in from another broken pen story.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. I came from a broken end. So for me, there was nothing like being in a relationship with anybody again.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was nothing like that. It was I wouldn't even.
I think I'm a little privy to that
Yes,
story.
I wouldn't even consider. And any wait.
Let him
I like the way
finish.
you're looking at me. I like that.
Yeah.
Because
let him finish.
Because here's the case where
Yes.
you are in a relationship with someone and you are there for like 6 years in a relationship and you feel like, oh no, this is going to work, and it doesn't work. All right. At the end that it doesn't work, I tell myself that, okay, then this is it. Point blank. I'm not going into any relationship again. All right.
I see.
So for me, so I married my wife. I didn't have any ex, and I don't have an ex.
Period. No ex.
My ex
The
was
only
just,
ex you have is expectations.
I beg, glasses up to the men on the street. Glasses up
Thank you.
Glasses up to the men on the street.
That's it.
Zico, please, let's control. Pearl, I'm coming to you. How would you react if you were in this situation of our anonymous writer? If you were here, what are you going to do? Now they're asking you to confess and your womb will be opened. Are we confessing or we're still going to keep mum?
Well, I said it's two things here. It depends on how strong she is to be able to confess.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who may lose it, even for the fact that her husband now knows it. She may not be at peace with herself ever again. But if she's strong, and the second part I'm going to say is, she mentioned something like some pastors spoke to her about it. So if she is a Christian going to church, obviously, and she believes in God and how God can communicate to human beings through various means, and it's not just one scenario that someone has said, go and confess.
Thank you.
This is God here.
Thank you.
Like, do you want to obey God or go by what you're going to feel or how your husband is going to feel? God said go and say. So go and say and watch how God plays the rest. To me, it's simple to me.
It's simple.
Yeah.
I'm going to run it back a little bit for Izzy. I want to say something, but I don't want. You know what? Never mind. What do you think compels women to go back to their exes? Well, in this case, we're using this as our scenario. So, married women going back to their exes. What do you think compels them to do that?
They have some unfinished business.
Unfinished business, like.
I really don't know. Like they.
No, but you know that's why I said unfinished business.
So they fantasize about a lot of things, and they are not getting it from their husband, or they thought.
Okay, so are you justifying them going back to their exes?
No, but
you're saying that they may be fantasizing about something and only their exes can give it to them. So if only their exes can give it to them, so is it right for them to go to their exes?
It's not right. But
so then why do they even need to fantasize? If you're fantasizing about something, can't your partner do it to you, for you?
Well, that's the problem. Sometimes they are not even honest about it.
Do you fantasize about certain things that you can't do with your partner?
No.
Do you wish to do things with your exes?
No.
Do you keep communication with your exes?
Used to.
used to. When did that stop?
Stopped months ago.
Months ago.
Yes.
Whoever your girlfriend is, I think she should really set up.
No.
Because it's months ago.
Yeah, it is me that you should ask that question.
I'm coming to you.
It is me that you should ask those questions.
Izzy's girlfriend is, you need to set up.
No.
Zico.
See, my take on this.
Okay.
We are living in a generation where we get up. Hi, Siri. Hello, Siri. How are you doing, Siri? Can you please mention my name, Siri? See, the days where our ladies were taken through the depot, your mom and family will groom you.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
To understand the nature of life and go through life, understanding family values. When you even sin, you confide in somebody.
But we don't have those systems
yes,
now.
so let's now I'm building a point.
Definitely.
Yeah, allow me build a point.
Build it.
And see, now that we live in generation where we go, hey Siri, how you doing, Siri? How's my morning gonna be like? See, when I sin, right now it's between me and my God. Between me and my partner.
So you don't think it is necessary that she goes to tell her partner?
See, I believe the honest and the right thing to do is she forgiving her own self first. You get it? You need to really forgive your own self. Understand that what I did, I messed up. Yes, I really did mess up. But to tell my partner, see, me,
it'll be hard,
as I did, I know we talk.
Interesting. Well, before we jump ahead of the broom, I am coming back to you, Pearl. What role do you think communication play in rebuilding trust? Because a lot of people believe that once you and your spouse get into a fight, or it can be a major argument, it can be a minor argument, but what is most importantly is communication. So people also argue that no, I need to give my partner space so that they grieve over what has happened and then they come back to normal. What would you say the role of communication can do in such situations?
Well, when it comes to communication, I would say that you need to know the when, how, and at what point to even communicate. You should know what to communicate at what time. You don't just stand up and say anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes even communication, you can talk, but you are not communicating.
Yes.
You can say a whole lot of things, but knowing your partner, you should know how he will be able to understand what you're saying. That's what will help you to know how best to communicate with him. And knowing him, you should also know his mood, whatsoever. So I'll say communication is not just talking, as some people will just will assume it to be like, okay, I have a problem, I have this, then I'm just going to talk.
Yeah.
No, it's more yes, an interaction, and it's more deeper than that when it comes to your partner. And now you guys are, if you're married, you're literally one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go the God's way.
Please, I beg to differ. How? No.
Yeah.
He says, he who finds a wife.
Yeah.
He who finds a wife finds favor in the sight of God.
Yeah.
But the same Bible says when a man and a woman get married, they are one.
It says you will leave your mother and the two shall
become
be
one.
But but the context of being one is because you are under the same umbrella. But see, no matter what, even God knows I'm human. That's why when he called Abraham, he decided to change his name into Abraham. You get it? See, the fact to life is this. I'm coming from a very unique background. How I'm raised, how my life is being shaped, society, experience, it matters. So the fact that I decide to walk into your life, everybody should get this. So when I come into your life, I will make you whole. I'm just in to complement your life. If you can't find yourself and understand who you are and get purpose for your own life and live for it, I'm sorry. I will fail you. Even the Bible says, cares be unto a man who puts his trust.
Yeah.
So why will you just justify and just oppose that because I'm in your life and I decide to love you and become your wife? Please.
You know, you said
please,
he who finds a wife.
Yes,
right?
even God knew the devil was living with him, but he gave him space to enjoy. You get it? That's why he's omnipotent, Yes, because see, the God we worship, if you don't understand him, See, he himself, he can't be God if he doesn't allow sin to happen. You get it? Yes. It's like,
does that justify your sin?
Yeah.
It justifies
What
it.
are you talking
It
about?
justifies it.
Does that justify your
What the
sin?
girl do? What the girl do? No,
What are you talking about?
No, what the girl do?
No, so wait.
What the girl do?
Wait.
Yeah, let's
So are you
answer this
telling me? No, wait.
Yes,
So you are you
ask
telling
me,
me?
yes.
Are you telling me that?
Yes.
3 days to your wedding.
Yes.
Your wife sleeps with her ex.
Yes.
Gets pregnant.
Yes.
Aborts the pregnancy.
Yes.
Now you're looking for a child for 5 years.
Yes.
And she comes to tell you.
Yes.
Oh, I am the reason why we haven't been able to have children. You'll be okay.
I'll cry. I'll cry my heart out.
But you'll be okay.
See, as man as I am, I'm going to cry my heart out.
But will you be
I'm
okay?
going to go out, also give birth and come back home and tell my wife, please, pie.
No.
Yes, but
how do you do? How do you do? How do you retaliate when there's another sin?
How can you see? He's trying to correct the mistake with another mistake.
Another problem.
Yes, but what do you mean? Yes, but the understanding to this life is this. The understanding to this life is this.
These are just words,
See,
no
the
action.
understanding to this life is this. If my wife, from the very moment he's left with the ex, told me, Nana, Charlie, Aduyawa, I chop my ex, I will cover your mess to the core, even if there's a child coming.
But she didn't say it.
Yes, that is it. So if you mess up, we are messing up to the end.
Yeah.
That's why it's about
Messing up to the end.
Wait.
What?
It is love.
Wait.
Is this love?
It is love.
There's a
Okay, let's hear
total,
from
you see,
you.
Oh, German,
you see,
German,
big
we can't argue about this.
Bawa, you finish.
Yes, I don't finish.
Okay.
Zico, wait. Zico.
Let me talk. I
Listen.
think everyone enjoy and drink.
Listen.
Let me argue.
Listen.
Enjoy big let's argue. Enjoy let's argue.
There's a difference between
Chairman, stay small.
big respect to
Stay small.
everyone.
Let's argue.
Zico, please let Jay speak.
No. JJ is talking from a married man's perspective.
Where do you want me to talk from?
Where
Where do you want me to talk from?
I want the man on the street.
Where do you want me to talk
on the
from?
street to talk?
Zico, let him speak.
Because I was once single.
No. You know.
You get me?
Yeah.
You got into a relationship, got married.
You
These
never
are
been
three
single.
different things
You never been
altogether.
single.
Yes.
Please.
Being
For crying
single,
out loud,
being in a
big
relationship
respect
and
to
then
everyone who is single out there. But I beg you, marriage is a different ball game
Says who, boss?
altogether.
Yeah.
Boss,
Please.
Oh, boss, who?
I beg you, get your ring, then you will understand. I beg you, make you know if you can come down with that here. Listen. We wouldn't have had this story.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the lady could just have told the man, because it was 3 days to their
3 days
marriage.
to their
Please.
marriage.
She should have just
you
said
had
it,
enough
and that's
time.
it. Simple and tietia.
Okay.
Case closed. You get me?
Yes.
Because I mean, my problem is
You're not talking.
why even wait
Yes.
to enter?
For 5
Because see, it's a
years.
thin line. As soon as you jump, Charlie.
There's no going back.
Chairman, you're not talking.
But don't forget something.
Pearl.
You know, as women, there are some things we will never say will take us to the
grave.
So probably she was thinking it was one of those things.
One of those things you could just.
Yeah.
But now that it's having repercussions.
It's consequences.
Yeah.
I heard. I mean, before we even started it, we were talking
We were
about
having a
this, and I heard
conversation
that.
about
Oh, wait. He even said that. Oh, you know what? It's between you and your God.
Yes.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good. When you sin, or let me just put this one as example. You go and fornicate, and then you come back, and then it's between you and your God. When you are done, and you have the gonorrhea, it's between you and your God.
It's between you and God.
Yes. The gonorrhea is between you and your God.
Both of you have
But at the back of what Jay said, I want to ask Izzy this question. Izzy, have you been placed in a situation where a secret you kept from your partner came up and then you had to explain yourself?
Yes.
Hey, this one that you breathe heavily like this. Boss, why? Drink small.
I'm okay.
Okay, you had to explain yourself.
I had to because she didn't get the full story, and I had to complete it for her.
Okay, so on the knowing that, do you think keeping secrets is the right thing to do between partners, or you think they should actually be able to share secrets? I mean, obviously, there are certain secrets that we all would take to our graves, but when it comes to your relationship, do you think there should be no secrets between you.
No secrets.
Oh,
It should be an open book. We are talking about relationship or marriages.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you something. No. Let me say something. When you start,
yes,
you can't go back.
Why can't you go back?
Yeah, it's a
You can't go back.
Oh,
It's a plain book.
Yeah.
And now you are writing everything from
About
A to Z.
Yeah.
All so when you start till the end, no secrets.
No secrets.
And never let her find out on her own. She will find out.
We will, yeah.
And see, women are smart. Women are smart.
Chairman, it's okay if you find out.
No, the thing is, you are shameless.
Oh, yes.
You're shameless. You are shameless.
I've great shame and respect for myself, to the sense that, see, I believe this. The only time to life I, sitting here, will regret
Yes.
Okay.
is to have my creator tell me.
Are you a dad? Are you a dad?
A dad, as in.
Are you a father?
Am I a father?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll talk about that broken paper.
Okay, I got him. I got him, bro. I got him, bro.
See, the world is watching. Let's.
So,
I beg you, the refill for
Coming to you, Pearl.
But I want to end on this.
Okay.
I want to end on, please.
Quickly.
I beg you. But the thing is, see, the only time a man you should feel so ashamed and broken is when your creator himself has told you.
So this creator has told us
No.
They are mediums.
No.
not one pastor, not two, 3 or 4.
Abi, she herself was being stubborn to her own self to admit the fact that I sinned and I wronged somewhere. Do you get it? See, the moment you sin, see, David was not a man after God's heart just because, but David, even after all his sins and going through, at a point when he sinned, he runs to God. Father, I come naked before. Yes, this and this. You read the Psalms, you get to see it. He cries his heart out. But the girl felt, Charlie, I enjoy a cozy moment. Yes, that first 3 days, it was hunting me. Do you get it? That first 3 days into marriage, it was hunting me. But after a while, he felt, oh, so what? It has happened. It is life. And we don't do that to the man up there. To feel you be smart person. You don't. Never.
So you see the consequence. Almost destroyed the whole marriage.
That's why even our sisters
Always
on
going
the street,
to destroy them.
even our sisters on the street, when they're going to do it, when our sisters are going on the street, they pray to God, Father, today, yes, I know.
Okay, Zico, going back to our story, we hear that our sister, she gets pregnant a month after doing this thing with her ex. She has no other option. Well, she thinks she has no other option than to abort. Don't you think that should have been a great opportunity for her to come clean?
No, that's actually even worse.
Just say the truth.
Pregnant.
Yeah.
Sleeping with him was already worse. And now to be pregnant.
So if you
kept
were
getting worse.
If you were in her place,
You know?
what would you have done? Finding out you're pregnant.
It would be very hard.
It would be very hard. So
you very
it would
hard.
be very hard.
Pearl, please answer for us. Answer for us. Answer for us.
Hey,
Answer. Say something.
Would you term that as a consequence of hiding the truth?
Yes, say something.
Yes.
Say something, please.
Yes. It is, because if you had said something.
Yeah.
No.
Say
no, it's dicey.
It's very dicey.
Yeah, it's not dicey.
It is.
It's
Why is it
dicey.
dicey?
Because it would make him, you know, when a man actually loses trust, for him to be in a place where he feels you once got pregnant for someone, maybe the next time you're actually really pregnant for him,
He's going
may
to
not.
start
Yeah,
thinking.
it's always going to ring in his head, no matter what you do, no matter how much you cry, no matter what you, it's always going to be there, because we got married and you were pregnant for someone else. So assuming she didn't get to the stage where she couldn't give birth, assuming she actually got pregnant and had told him that, yo, I got pregnant for someone, but I don't want to keep it, so you know, let's be together and take it off. He's still going to have that effect no matter what. Yeah, it's still going to be there.
I'm coming to you, Easy. This question: if you were the guy, if you were her husband, and then she came to you, and we're assuming she confesses, what are you gonna do?
She confesses after 5 years?
Yes.
Or during the pregnancy?
After 5 years. The pastors have spoken, so now she has come to confess. As a man. Personally, obviously.
Chama, please
Personally.
Drink. Chama, please drink.
No, that's personal. Now listen, that's personal.
I want you to drink before I answer this.
You see, it has kept so long that even anger won't solve anything.
Yes, I won't forgive.
So I'll just sit on the couch and just stay on the floor.
You just be looking.
And honestly, what can I do?
Yes.
What can you do?
There's nothing you can do. You can't fight. You can't do anything. You just have to carry your stuff. And
Then she's still your wife, though.
Kojo, what would you do?
No, you just said it.
Make you carry you. Once you're telling me that you're
I still want to fight this guy. That's what I do understand. No, but wait, somebody should ask this guy.
Yes, ask me.
Somebody should ask this guy.
I don't know anywhere. Ask
That how
Talk
is
to him
it?
direct.
No. Watch my face. Watch my face and ask me. I didn't hear. Watch my face. Watch my face.
Don't pass through colors.
Kasa minute or
everything has an experience inside.
How is it? How do you believe in the Holy Spirit?
Do I believe in the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, I want to ask you.
I do. I live with him. I sleep with him. I wake up with him.
So how are you waiting? How are you waiting for your Creator to tell you that you have sinned? And then
that is what I'm saying. See, from
how are you waiting for your Creator to tell you that you have sinned?
You have sinned.
In what way?
No.
The Holy Spirit even convicts you that you have sinned.
That's why guys.
You that you are going to do the sin. You know you are going to do the sin. What is it?
See, as a grown up, you know you have done a mistake. You know it.
Guys, we'll be forced to take a breather.
Nana, relax. Nana, understand.
Zico.
Let me also take.
Zico.
Let me answer him.
Let me come to you.
No, he asked me a question.
Let me come to you.
Okay, please.
You were saying, you wanted to add something to what Jay was saying.
I was saying this. Even whether before sinning or after sinning, you know it's a sin.
Yes.
So you're not waiting for anyone to tell you have done such a big mistake.
My brother. Cheers
You
to
know
that.
it. You know it. You know it.
You already know
So
it.
the only solution is you ask for forgiveness.
There's
You
no
don't ask for
solution.
forgiveness after you get the sickness.
There's no solution. No.
You get there
no
is a
solution to this
solution.
life.
Really?
You are in control.
There's no solution. See,
You are in control.
that's why I asked that. And my submission, I said, we are living in a generation where you get up and say, "Hey Siri." See, in a generation where my mom and my dad grew up, yes, me, I lived with them.
In a generation where your mom and dad...
Technology, not spirit.
No. When you even mess up pair, values, culture, and the spirit brought up in you, you will confide in somebody.
So you're saying that...
You yourself, you will know that
so
what
are you
I
saying
did
that,
was wrong.
Zico, are you saying that the youth that we have today, or in this generation, we've lost touch with our morals?
Everything is gone.
So if you know that we've lost touch with our morals, then you're also included, because you're also saying that you answer the sin with another sin.
No.
So you don't have morals.
No, it's not about me not having morals. So
then what is it?
Yeah, the thing is, right now, I know you can't give birth. To cover both our shame, it's better I go out there.
No, but if she confesses to you,
I will go out there.
The prophetic word that came says,
they might feel I'm the one. I'm not potent. You get it? My family members will think I'm not potent. I know my family. They will think.
The way you said I'll go out, like she's waiting somewhere, like she's there waiting.
I think he would want to. I think I'm not cursing you.
Oh, you can't curse me.
I'm just looking. No, I'm not cursing you. But I'm just looking at maybe the type of marriage that you would want to have.
Yes.
An open one where Charlie
do it. Will Smith and the wife. Yes.
And fine,
bro, you can't take it.
But that's not gonna happen.
You can't take it, bro. You won't be able to take it.
That's not gonna happen. You get it.
You won't be able to take it.
Because if you ask me what I should do at that particular moment,
yes,
Charlie, what I'm doing.
Yes.
You can do a lot.
No,
you can do a lot.
This even comes to the first thing, because even before you get into marriage and they say, the counseling part, they say, people are not even listening to the counseling part. Sometimes they come in clean, they say, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything hiding? Just come. That's why they even let you even go and do all these tests and whatnot.
Yes, just to be sure.
So that when you enter into the marriage, when this thing is not happening, you know that,
the genotype and all.
This is it. You get it. This is it. So if after all these, and I mean, This is it. You come in and you're telling me this. Come on, what do you expect me
What
to
do you expect the person to do? That's very, very true.
But I want to add something to what he just said. You've said it, okay? There are two things involved. It's either he's going to leave or he's going to stay. So you, the woman, should already be satisfied with the two things that will come. Yeah, two possibilities that will come. You should just prepare, yes. So it will be easier if you just psych yourself that, okay, there could be two things.
Yes, either he takes it or he leaves it. But guys, I think we got swallowed in the time and in the conversation, but we finally got into my favorite part of the show, look into my eyes. I think all of you are actually new to the sets, right? You've never been on the show before. So this segment, what you're going to do is, we've talked a lot. We've spoken. We've taken personal runs in her shoes. What you're going to do for me is you're going to look into your cameras and then you lay a piece of advice to our anonymous writer. A brief piece of advice. So let me start with you, Jay. I started with you in the beginning, so it's just fair that I end with you too.
Alpha and Omega. Okay, so this is it. Dear whoever you are, for me, I mean, I believe in spirituality more than anything. So if not just one prophet told you to go and confess, it's two people. Maybe you will go to the third one. He keep on saying that, you know what, you need to confess before your womb opens. Maybe it's not just to keep the man, but just for the sake of you wanting to open your womb. Because you can leave the relationship and decide to go and marry somebody else. That's up to you. That's not my problem. But yes, you need to confess. That's all. Go ahead, say it. That's it.
Pearl, so you look into your camera for me and then you lay a piece of advice.
So, hi girl. I would want to let you know that everything will be okay. Trust in God and be at peace with yourself, with whatever that comes. It might not be easy, but just be calm. Stay calm in the storm, but you still have to confess. To me, I'd say you should confess. But know that everything will be okay so long as you trust in God.
Everything will be okay so long as you trust in God. Izzy, please look into your camera and lay a piece of advice to our writer.
Hi, so all I can tell you is now it's late, but it's not late to be honest about the truth. You have to just say what you have to say and say everything. Confess and prepare yourself for anything that comes. But it's a consequence, you have to pay for it. So move on with honesty.
Well, even before I wrap up, I think we posted the story on our social media platforms and there were a few comments that I would want to read out. One of them, Safia Tumun Kaila, says, again, I think don't let him know a few days before your wedding you had intimacy with your ex. You can tell him that two pastors prophesied to you that you should tell him that when you and your ex were dating, this was what happened. Then you tell him what happened 3 days before your wedding. Please make it known to him that it was during your dating process that it... I don't know if that's a good advice or a bad advice, but I'm going to skip over it. DZ says, whether it's a prophecy or not, you need to talk to your husband about it. If you truly love him, stay mute while he keeps on suffering with solutions when you have the remedy is not the best, my dear. Just let him know the truth. Stay safe. Jaja loves you regardless. Then Past Multimedia says, speechless. I can't give any advice on this. AC says, I'll say this for the last time. Stay very far away from your ex. He's your ex for a reason. Don't complicate your presence by bringing the past. Ayo. Sewa says, why do people even keep their ex's numbers? I mean, if you find a new man, block and delete. Block and delete. Then Sally says, somebody will still do the same mistake.
I know, right?
Visiting an ex during wedding preparations period. Guys, open your eyes. And the last comment we're going to take is, just confess and be free from Ni Oloboy. Family and friends may despise you, but you have a peace of mind. Your husband, if he really loves you, would protect the sanctity of his home by not letting your secret out after you confess to him. But guys, that's about it for today's show. I hope we're able to mend this broken pen to the best of our abilities. Before I let you guys go, Betway says I should tell you that, are you ready to get way more chances to win with Betway? Every single day, you have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana cedis jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log in today and take your spin, all thanks to Betway. Remember, terms and conditions apply. All your bets are regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana, and remember to bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Like I mentioned earlier when the show started, as part of our ongoing efforts to cross out the risk, the fear and stigma of breast cancer, guys, please go and donate using the Mayiko platform. Each donation will not only go towards providing breast cancer treatment, but it will also enter you, the donor, into a draw to win incredible prizes. To donate, visit mayiko.com or mx24.app/donate. For more information, you can contact us via email at info@mx24.com, or you can WhatsApp or call us on the number 0243 963 539. We've come to the end of today's Booking Pen. It wouldn't have been possible without Telesil Ghana, Betway, and Nax Calabash and Cocktail. Don't mind the devil's advocate he was playing. His cocktails are actually really nice. To our crew backstage, we say thank you for your effort in making this a success. See you same time next week. My name still remains Yabita, and today I'm going to sign out with a special handshake. Guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.